Hey, hello, hello. Welcome, beautiful love light. Happy Monday. I'm Jamie. I'm a certified Reiki master and self proclaimed spiritual maestro. I view myself as a conductor of all of the energetics that exist all around us all the time. And also, caveat to that, it's not that I really do anything outside of I set the stage, right? Like I set the intention, I keep the tempo of the energetics that are flowing all around you to help you so that you can do what you were created and designed to do, which is heal yourself. You are individually and uniquely coded with all of the energetics, all of the information that you need to answer the questions that you have that you want answers for, or even like heal what needs healing. And so, just to clarify, like oftentimes, what that means is you'll sit with a question that you have and you'll feel guided to look something up or talk to somebody about it. That's guidance from the collective consciousness and your connection to your highest self or God or the universe or whatever infinite spirit, creator, source, whatever you want to call it, right? um like I'm not attached to that at all. I mean, I understand my relationship with spirit, and that is mine, and I want you to cultivate and create your own relationship with spirit, whatever that looks like for you. I believe that it is because that is who we truly are. Like our essence self is spirit. We are energy. Foundationally, fundamentally, at our base level, we are energy. We're not human. Like if we stick our hands under a microscope, there's nothing really physical to us. That's an illusion that's created within this three-dimensional space and place we call Earth. We are energy. That's what we are. And so my directive, I don't know, like my desire, my what was like the seed that was planted in my heart mind. So honestly, I feel like it was from like before birth, was to be a healer. And in my little kid mind, when people asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up, I told them I wanted to be a doctor. Not that I really freaking understood, but I knew that doctors healed people on some conscious level, right? Like that's what I wanted to be, a healer. And the irony is, as a healer, because that's what I am, I'm an energy healer, I really don't do the healing. This beautiful, magical, mystical force that exists all around us all the time, so much freaking smarter than we are. That's what does the healing. I am simply the conduit, is our instrument. I love that. I'm the instrument to allow that the beautiful energetics to flow through, and I code the intention of those energetics to gift to each one of you beautiful love lights that come into my online healing space, that sacred medicine space, which there's a link in the description box below to that space if that resonates with you and you want to join. It's the Harmonic Vibrational Attunement Ensemble. But that's what, like, I code that space to send those energetics specifically coded for you and what you need for your highest benefit, mentally, physically, emotionally, energetically, spiritually, on all levels. I love it. But I'm coming in here because we're talking about the Mayan Galactic Calendar, and I am a student just like you. I am sharing this because I wanted to learn, and I was like, well, why not share what I'm learning while I'm learning it? Why not, right? So here I am. Hi. We're talking about the Mayan calendar. There are links in the description box below for you to grab yourself one of these beautiful calendars. The artwork in these things are just, I love the artwork in these. You can find out your own galactic signature because we each have those. We have one of the 20 solar tribes that we are all part of, and then we were born under a tone of creation, and the energetics of that were coded into the fabric of our DNA. One of these Tones of Creation talks about, and I love it, at least I think it's a tone, might be a tribe, but I'm pretty sure it's a tone, talks about like we use the galactic code of light to program our genetic code of life. And I love that picture because that's what the energetics are. They're light, visible and invisible. Like there's this full spectrum, right? Full spectrum of light. That's why I have this as my backdrop. It's a physical representation of the visible spectrum of light, but it is the full spectrum of light that I tap into. So it's all like infrared and like all of it, right? But that's what we are. We are vibration, frequency, energy, light. I love it. So how did yeah. So if you want to know your galactic signature, the tribe and tone that you are, there's a link in the description box below for that. There's a link to the Astro Dream Advisor where we dive deeper into the wave spell that we're currently flowing through, the 13-day wave spell that we're flowing through. So that breaks down each day. There's a question tied with each day, and then it breaks down the tribe, the solar tribe glyph, kind of on a like deeper dive level. And I really like it. So that's why I bring it into this space, just so we can kind of get a little bit more, squeeze more juice from someone else's ideas. I'm hoping that maybe there will be a day where I will sit with those energetics and kind of just have, like free flow information. And hopefully it will be when this group is larger and we can do it together, right? Because I want you to share ideas and things that come up from you. I want you to put it in the comments. I want you to share the things that you connect with, what you think about it. Because it's not just about me. It's not, it is for me, and what you think is what it is for you, right? But we can share those things to help each other grow and learn and ascend, right? Like higher and higher to become who we're here to be at our highest possible expression and frequency and vibration. So with that, we're going to dive into the top tier level. Oh yeah, there's also the daily affirmation in the description box below that I'll read about the Blue Spectral Monkey day that we find ourselves in today. So we have a 13-year wave spell that we're flowing through, and the energetics of that tribe, the white wizard wave spell that we're flowing through, those code keys are enchants, receptivity, and timelessness. And so it's sitting with these words and allowing them to glean wisdom. Like if a word sticks out to you, you might want to like sit with that and feel like, why was that word the one that stuck out for me today, right? Like, or in this moment, to really or whatever bubbles up for you when you hear something and it inspires you, right? Like you're like, whoa, I feel like that's important. That's sort of what we're looking for with these code keys. Like there's something in these code keys for each one of us, if and when we choose to allow those energetics to connect with us and draw us in, pull it, oh, I feel like that's for me, right? Like that leaning in where you're like, hang on, that really there's something in that for me, right? So, and you'll know. All right, so that's that. And then the next level, so we're 4 years into the White Wizard 13-year wave spell. And so that puts us in a red self-existing moon year. So this entire year, we're a little over halfway through. So July 25th, 2023 is when that wraps up. We have the code keys of both the tribe and the tone. So we have the red moon tribe, which are the code keys of purifies, universal water and flow. And then we have the self-existing tone, and those code keys are define, measure, form. And I love the divine feminine and sacred masculine aspects of those two kind of coming together this year. I feel like that's so crazy because that's really what the energetics of this year have been about. It's a frequent, it comes back up over and over and over again, and has been for several months, of this divine union between the divine feminine and sacred masculine. Sorry, my brain is moving too fast today, so bear with me. And then we have the 65-day season. We are in the white northern dog season of heart. So we're locking into and learning and exploring our emotional body and our emotional patterns. I think we're about 15 days in, so we probably have like 45 to 50 days left of that. And those code keys are loves, heart, and loyalty. Excuse me, my eye itches. Love, heart, and loyalty. And then we have a 52-day castle of time that we're flowing through. We have 5 of those throughout this year, throughout this galactic kin spin that we just initiated. So we are in the red eastern castle of turning. Again, for me, when I dove into that, what I pulled from that was it's this idea of like turning the soil, right? Like preparing the way for all of the seeds that we're starting to plant. It's in the court of birth, and it speaks to like the initiating of seed. So those were all tied to the red eastern castle of turning. That brings us into the 28-day lunar month or moon that we find ourselves in. There's 13 moons within the Mayan Galactic Calendar. We're in the 8th one, so that means we're in the 8th tone of creation. So we have the galactic moon of integrity. And the code keys of the galactic moon of integrity are harmonize, model, and integrity. And then we have the 13-day wave spell that we're coming in the tail end of. It's the red dragon wave spell that we're flowing through. We're on the 11th day, so that's the spectral tone, which is why we find ourselves on a blue spectral monkey day within this 13-day red dragon wave spell. The code keys of the red dragon are births, nurture, and being. So whatever those words bubble up for you. And we are going to talk about blue monkey, because that's the day we find ourselves in, the kin 11, which I realized that because we kicked off, and never mind. I mentioned the other day about how it was with tribe 8. So we were on a yellow star day, about how the tribe number was the same as the tone number. And it dawned on me that every time we cycle through all 20 tribes, well, maybe not every time, but because we kicked off the new galactic spin at tribe 1 with a like red magnetic dragon, right? Like the first 13 days are naturally going to follow the tones of creation. So I was like, oh, I wonder if that happens more frequently. But I just was like, I thought that was cool that it was like 8/8, but today's 11/11. So that's cool too, because that's my favorite. I love 11/11. Like in repeating numbers, 11/11 is hands down my favorite. Probably because it was the first one that I started seeing over and over and over and over and over. I still see it, 11/11. I mean, I see repeating numbers all the freaking time, all the time. But 11/11 will always hold a special place in my heart because it's the first one that I really started to connect with and see everywhere. I saw it everywhere. Okay, so the tribe 11 is this. This is the glyph for blue monkey right here. I think it's funny that you can see me peeking over the side, creeping. Blue, the blue tribes are associated with the direction west. That's west where I'm at. I sit facing north. And the code key for the blue tribe or the western direction is transforms. So something within you is undergoing transformation today. But again, we're also in a red dragon wave spell, so initiation is also happening simultaneously. Okay, blue monkey. The code keys of blue monkey are plays, very playful, plays, magic, and illusion, right? Which I was talking about. How funny is that? Where I was talking about like this physical body, the physical form, all the things physically that we see with our physical eyes. It's all an illusion. Even time is a freaking illusion, which is what we're talking, right? Like that's what we're talking about in here. Time, timelessness. So plays, magic, and illusion. The quote comes from Lynn Andrews, and it is, "What we create in the world, we must first create within ourselves. For there to be magic in your life, you must first believe in magic." I agree with that. All right, Blue Monkey is the artisan, the weaver of time, the scribe, the trickster, the playful agent of magical illusion, ambassador of Cosmorama. I don't know what that is. If somebody knows what Cosmorama is, please let me know. I don't know what Cosmorama, but anyway, Cosmorama. They might have just made it up for all I know. I don't know. It reminds me of the Roller-Rama, which is where I roller skated as a little girl. Its energy is known for weaving new patterns, constructive solutions, artistic expressions, or inventions into our lives, for bringing surprise, unexpected change, or cosmic detours, for dissolving rigidity and control. Yes, please. I want that dissolution going on in my world. The monkey's message to us all is, don't take yourself so seriously. Blue Monkey reminds us we are all children of the universe, here to play with the everyday magic we are immersed in. As we embrace spontaneity and honor play as an essential part of the wholeness of life, we find healing, liberation, and joy. Okay, that's cool, because I do know the spectral tone's essence is liberation. So that's cool. Again, tied together. I love it when that happens. Blue Monkey dares us to laugh and smile in the face of stresses, transforming them into adventure and wonder. That's what I talked about in my Monday meditative morning session in the harmonic.us. That link is in the description too, if you want to join there. That's free. As the Mayan oracle encourages, as you freely play, the Mayan oracle encourages, quote, as you freely play, the importance is taken off who you think you are, leaving room to explore all that you actually are, end quote. I love that. We can view the entirety of creation as a divine play. In Sanskrit, the word Maya means illusion, which masquerades as apparent reality. The word Leela means the divine play of self, the sport of God, the dance of consciousness. If we identify only with the Maya and overlook the Leela, the result is suffering. Perceiving the Leela, freedom finds us. See you in the unfolding play of cosmos. I'm glad we're going to dive deeper into that with the Astro Dream Advisor. That link, again, is in the description box below. All right, so tone 11 is the spectral tone on this 11 solar tribe and 11 tone of creation day. I love that. Those code keys are dissolve, release, and liberation. 11, the quote comes from The Mayan Factor, a book by Jose Arguelles. Quote, 11 represents the dynamic of dissonance, accounting for randomness and non-stability, end quote. Tone 11, which is my tone. I'm a white spectral wizard, so that's my tone. Tone 11 represents the power of creative dissolution and dissonant structure. What can appear as destruction or chaos may actually be the necessary forces of liberation, evoking a release from rigid structure and format. May it be. As we release that which no longer serves, we make way for new opportunities and understandings to emerge, setting us free from expectations or definite notions. Spectral energy breaks us out of routine, releasing us into the spectrum of possibility, the full spectrum of life, if you will. That's not in there. That's just from me. Like a prism refracting white light, which creates the rainbow, revealing its full spectrum of colors, Tone 11 provokes us to see aspects of our wholeness that may be yet undiscovered. What aspects of you are yet to be explored and discovered? Guiding us to dissolve fixed concepts, fears, or habitual patterns that weigh us down, spectral power declares, quote, I invite breakthrough. I dissolve identity. I unsolidify. I release old models for new models. I wield dissonance as a force of liberation. I redeem chaos as untamed order. I shed. I free limiting beliefs and constructs. No box, no separation, no boundaries, uncontained, free form, receptive to the prismatic range of possibility. End quote. So that's what spectral power declares. Spectral advises. Let go. Let yourself be absorbed by life itself. Be flexible in yielding to the formless flow. Allow your focus to cover a vast range. Dissolve feelings of constrictions. Welcome spontaneity, seeming disruptions, and unexpected detours. Release allegiance to limitations, reliance upon format, or fixation upon control. Undo, break down, mix it up. Allow energy to travel as it needs. Disperse into formless existence. The end quote comes from Jonathan Goldman, and it says, comma, shifting frequencies. So I'm assuming that that's a book or maybe something that he wrote. Jonathan Goldman, Shifting Frequencies. Quote, in the chaos it creates, dissonance can shake up static energy and allow transformation to occur if one can stay fluid when encountering its energy. So cool. All right, so we're going to read the daily affirmation of the Blue Spectral Monkey day that we find ourselves in. I dissolve in order to play. You can read along with me in the description box below. I dissolve in order to play. Releasing illusion, I seal the process of magic. With the spectral tone of liberation, I am guided by my own power doubled, because today the guiding power is magic, which is the guiding power of Blue Monkey. So that's why I'm guided by my own power doubled. That happens on day 1 of every wave spell, day 6 of every wave spell, and day 11, which is what we're on, of every wave spell. So now there's a link in the description box to the Astro Dream Advisor or the Red Dragon Wave Spell, and we're going to read through that. If you want to join along with me, you can open it in a new window and read along with me. Sometimes just like hearing it and seeing it simultaneously, it actually like anchors in a little bit deeper, right? Like you retain a little bit more information. So at least for me. The question, what do I need to let go of in order to be truly liberated, right? Like true freedom, true sovereignty. What do I need to release? What do I need to let go of in order to experience, in order to be truly, truly liberated? All right, there are many facets to Blue Monkey's shadow. The most common of these is not seeing the humor in life's experiences. Tell me that's not happening like en masse right now. Like people just don't find things funny anymore. And I get it, right? Like we get triggered and we don't want to see the humor in some of that stuff, right? But seriously, like, I mean, as much as we need to take life a little bit seriously, we also could really like release a little bit and not take it so seriously. So there are many facets to Blue Monkey's shadow. The most common of these is not seeing the humor in life's experiences. If you take life too seriously, humor may offer the relief of an unexpected point of view. Follow your divine child, and you will be shown how to play your way through any apparently difficult situation. Humor is a great healer and teacher, and a wonderful way to lighten up about enlightenment. Another prominent shadow of Blue Monkey is avoiding speaking your truth. Do you use humor to express things that you are afraid to say to someone honestly and directly? Do you use humor to hide your vulnerability? Perhaps you use, and that's okay, but like, this isn't necessarily like good or bad. Like, it's just asking a question, like, is that how you want to go about it? Right? Like, explore that. Like, are you behaving the way that aligns authentically with who you are? So perhaps you use sarcasm because you feel wounded, insecure, or unable to express your deep feelings. Such use of humor is a way to bring out hidden anger or aggression. If you find yourself caught in inappropriate play, consciously step out of it and bring in the missing awareness. Like in that moment, right? Like everyone's like, I can't do that. I'll look weird. Yeah, look weird. It's okay to look weird. Like you don't have to explain yourself to anyone. If you're in a situation where you feel uncomfortable, bail. Don't worry about what you look like to other people. Worry about you, beautiful love light. Tend to you and your needs first and foremost, and you will be so over-equipped to be able to help others do the same. And you'll give people permission to do the same, whether they realize it or not, right? Trust your magical child to be vulnerable. Express your feelings, especially your awkwardness, in a direct way. Let go of using pretense or humor as means of masking your true feelings. Like the divine child you are, allow all emotions to be okay and freely express them without judgment. The issue of sensitivity also lies in the shadows of Blue Monkey. The issue of sensitivity also lies in the shadows of Blue Monkey. Perhaps your inner child was unthinkingly wounded or suppressed by social expectation. Is that not what I just was talking about? That's funny. Perhaps your gift of sensitivity was not supported by parental figures or the culture at large. In order to protect yourself from criticism, you may have withdrawn, suppressed your self-expression and creativity, or become absorbed in fantasy worlds. Honestly examine any dysfunctional, hidden reactions or set patterns you may have that resulted from such woundings. And again, the White Northern Dog Season of Heart is an awesome invitation and opportunity to do just that, to honestly examine any dysfunctional, hidden reactions or set patterns you may have that resulted from such woundings. Transform this shadow by becoming aware of your emotional reactions and perceptions of insensitivity. Then express the feelings around it before you get too deeply enmeshed in the cycle of emotional reaction. In Western culture, many people have a distorted understanding about what it is to be a human being. We're often taught that successful adults are responsible, serious, rigid, controlled, and goal-oriented. And those things are good, right? Like there's nothing, it's not good or bad, right? Like, but that's what we're taught. So if you're not that way, then you feel like you suck or you're not worthy or you like, right? Like, no, that's in your journey with society, your developmental stages may have been or felt incomplete. So again, we're in this galactic moon of integrity. That's about cycling through, spiraling through, and beginning to create and cultivate completeness and wholeness within you, beautiful love light. The natural sensitivity, fluidity, and freedom of the child may have been left behind in partial passage. Perhaps your inner child was wounded or treated insensitively, and you carried this unresolved process into adulthood. Blue Monkey encourages you to bring forth this incomplete or wounded part for integration and healing. Like, accept that part of you. Forgive what needs to be forgiven. Not that you have to go to anyone and forget and be like, hey, I forgive you. No, 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 no. It's forgive you for not being ready or equipped to navigate what was going on around you. But now you are. And you can take control and you can re-script, create a brand new attachment and idea around that structure, right? Like rewrite that script, integrate it, accept it for what it was, accept that it happened. How do you want to move forward from there? How can it serve you instead of continuing to anchor you to all of these ways of being and thinking and feeling that you don't want to be, think, and feel anymore? This process implies a bounteous connection between essence, self, and spirit, freed from judgment, denial, and separation. It encourages an unconstrained experience of feelings, living your dreams and visions where everything is sacred, and so by nature, humorous and joyful. Live your dreams. The moment is now. This is all we have. In this co-creative process, your life literally becomes a work of art and the dawning of the new myth. In this new myth, your spontaneous divine child will usher in and anchor the new frequency. How can you heal your inner child? Explore what truly gives you joy and then do it. Find types of work that support your sensitivity and create deep satisfaction, even if you don't get paid for it. Who knows? Maybe at some point it will. That's what I'm doing. Like, this brings me joy. I'm not getting paid to be here, but maybe might transition into that, right? But I'm doing this work because it brings me joy. I love being in here with y'all. I love all of you so much. Be simple. Love, play, dance, draw, color, sing, take pictures, dig in the dirt, right? Whatever. These activities are for all divine children of all ages. They serve the expression of the magical child in everyone. Consciously make time for the joyful freedom and magic of play. Beautiful love light, what can you do today to explore the joyful freedom and magic of play? Leave it in the comments. Let me know. What do you love to do? What brings you so much joy? What do you want to do more of? What's keeping you from doing that thing? Can you set down that excuse and just start doing what brings you joy just because it brings you joy? Imagine if you started doing that like 4 to 7 times a week, just because you just want to do it, because it brings you joy. Super cool. All right, if you got value from this, I would love it if you would tap or click on the thumbs up for me. Again, it just helps me get exposure. I really do want to begin to reach more people if this is something that they're interested in, right? If you feel guided to do so, please subscribe. And if you want to be notified when I go live, hit the bell. If you want to, connect with me in other places and spaces, all of those links are in the description box below. I so appreciate the fact that you are here, right now. Time is our most precious and creative gift that we can share with one another. And I'm so very thankful that you've shared it with me today. I love you so much, beautiful love light. Until we connect again, do me a favor. Go shine your beautiful love light out into the world. It needs you. It needs you authentically as you, joyfully expressing who you are. Shine your love light. I love you. I'll see you later. Bye.